You can buy the most expensive digital lock in the world, but your kid will still figure out how to pick it by Tuesday. That quiet arms race in your living room is slowly draining your energy and replacing your connection with constant suspicion. The common advice tells you to just find the software with the most features, but that actually gets it completely backwards. By the end of this, you will know exactly which style of digital tool actually fits your child's temperament and your budget, making screen time battles a thing of the past. Most parents never notice this, but the moment you start shopping for digital management tools, you are immediately hit with a massive wall of feature lists. Block this, track that, read their messages, monitor their heart rate, filter their search history. It is incredibly overwhelming. And the marketing makes it sound like if you just pay the monthly subscription, the problem is permanently solved. You hand over your credit card, install the software, and suddenly your kid is safe. But that is only part of the story. Think about what would happen if you bought the most robust, heavy-duty filtering system on the market. Let us call it the fortress approach. You lock down the router, you block every questionable category, you set hard time limits that shut the Wi-Fi off at 8 o'clock sharp. For a 9-year-old who just wants to play Minecraft and watch animal videos, this works beautifully. It is the digital equivalent of putting them in a fenced backyard. But here is where it gets interesting. What happens when that child turns 13? The fortress suddenly feels like a prison. They start finding workarounds. They create secret accounts. They go to a friend's house where there are no rules. The tool that kept them safe at 9 is now actively damaging your relationship at 13 because it relies entirely on control, not communication. The part most parents miss comes later, when they realize the app did not fail. The strategy just outgrew the child. But there was one real problem with the parents who tried to transition to a lighter approach. They did not know how to scale back without feeling like they were dropping their guard entirely. Now here is where it gets interesting. Imagine a different family. They choose a tool that operates more like a guide on the side. Instead of blocking everything, it tracks location, shows app usage time, and maybe flags concerning keywords, but it leaves the actual blocking to a minimum. This is often the sweet spot for middle schoolers. Picture this: your 12-year-old is navigating the messy world of group chats. A lighter monitoring tool alerts you that they are spending 4 hours a night on a specific social platform. Instead of just yanking the phone away, you use that data to start a conversation. You ask them what they're enjoying about it, and you set a collaborative boundary. The app gives you the map, but you are still driving the car. This builds trust. It teaches them self-regulation instead of just forcing compliance. If this is helping you untangle the digital mess, subscribing is the easiest way to keep these practical parenting ideas coming, because the digital world changes fast and you do not want to be caught off guard. Let us talk about the elephant in the room, which is the price tag. You will see premium subscriptions charging $10 or $15 a month, and it is easy to assume that paying more means better protection. But that is a trap. What happened next surprised even me when I started looking closely at the built-in tools that already live on your devices. Apple Screen Time and Google Family Link are completely free. And for a massive number of families, they are all you actually need. Think about what would happen if you stopped paying for a premium app and just mastered the free tools already in your pocket. You can set downtime, limit specific apps, and manage content restrictions without spending a dime. The secret is not the price of the software, it is the consistency of the parent using it. A free tool used consistently will always outperform a premium tool that you forget to check. To really make those free tools work, you have to go past the default settings. Most parents just accept the basic setup, which is usually wide open. If you take 20 minutes this weekend to actually go into the settings and customize the content restrictions, set up a dedicated downtime schedule for homework and sleep, and approve the specific apps your child is allowed to download, you will create a surprisingly strong boundary. It requires a little more manual effort than a paid app that does it automatically, but the financial savings are massive, and you are learning exactly how your child's device operates. But there is a hidden flaw in all of these tools, the premium ones and the free ones alike. And most parents never notice this until it is too late. Kids are incredibly resourceful. If your child really wants to bypass a restriction, they will. They will watch a tutorial on how to change the DNS settings on their phone to bypass a web filter. They will create a fake email to make a new account. They will use a school device that does not have the same filters. When parents discover this, they feel betrayed. They think they wasted their money on the software. But the app did not fail to do its job. Our expectation of what an app can do was just unrealistic. No piece of software can replace your parenting. The apps are just guardrails, not the driver. This constant checking and catching can actually create a new kind of stress, a sort of app anxiety where you find yourself refreshing the tracker every 5 minutes, looking for red flags. If you are feeling stuck on how to actually talk to them when the app catches them doing something they should not be doing, I actually have a resource for that. I put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age guide, which you can grab using the link in the description. It walks you through how to have those tricky conversations when your kid inevitably tries to bypass the rules, so you can handle it with connection instead of just punishment. It takes the guesswork out of the screen time battles that drain your energy. If you do decide that a paid tool is the right move for your family, how do you choose? It comes down to your specific family dynamic. Some premium apps try to be everything at once. They block content, track location, monitor social media, and even manage chores. These all-in-one platforms are great if you want a single dashboard for everything. But they can get really clunky, and the interface is often overwhelming. If you are a parent who just wants to ensure your kid is not accessing inappropriate content while they do homework, you do not need a massive, expensive suite. You just need a solid, reliable web filter. On the other hand, if you have a teenager who is driving and you are deeply worried about their physical safety, a tool focused heavily on location tracking and driving habits might be worth the investment. Match the tool to your actual anxiety, not just the marketing checklist. Another massive difference between the tools out there is how they handle time versus content. Some apps are fantastic at blocking bad websites, but their time management features are practically non-existent. Other apps are brilliant at shutting the phone off at a certain time, but they completely ignore what the child is actually looking at while the screen is on. When you are comparing your options, you have to decide what your primary goal is. If your main concern is protecting a younger child from accidental exposure to adult content, prioritize an app with robust, unbreakable content filtering. If your main concern is a teenager who is staying up until 2 in the morning scrolling, prioritize an app with strict, automated downtime features. You cannot always find both in the same package, so you have to pick the battle you need to win right now. And this one small shift changes everything. When you sit down with your child and explain why you are using a specific tool, the dynamic shifts completely. If you install an app in secret, it feels like spying. If you install it together and say, "Hey, the internet is a tricky place, and I want to help you navigate it safely until you are ready to do it alone," it feels like coaching. The best app in the world will fail if it is used as a weapon. But a basic app used as a teaching tool can transform your child's digital habits. Let us picture a family with 3 kids of different ages to see how this plays out in the real world. The oldest is 15, the middle is 10, and the youngest is 6. If you try to use the exact same app settings for all 3, you are going to have a miserable time. The 15-year-old needs autonomy and privacy. A heavy blocking app will just cause rebellion. For them, a lightweight usage tracker that they can see and manage themselves works best. The 10-year-old needs boundaries, but also some freedom to explore. A mid-tier app with category blocking and time limits is perfect. And the 6-year-old just needs a completely walled garden. Using the built-in free tools for the youngest, a mid-tier paid app for the middle, and a trust-based tracking app for the oldest is a much more realistic approach than trying to force one premium subscription to do 3 completely different jobs. I also want to acknowledge how hard it is to look at these monthly subscriptions. When you are already paying for groceries, the mortgage, and extracurricular activities, adding another $15 a month for a digital tool can feel like a heavy burden. Please hear me when I say that your budget does not dictate your ability to keep your kids safe. The free tools are incredibly powerful if you take the time to actually read the settings and turn them on. Taking the time to customize the free tools you already have is the highest return on investment you can get in digital parenting. You do not need to go into debt to protect your child online. The truth is, the landscape of digital tools is going to keep changing. New apps will launch, old ones will update, and your kids will keep finding new ways to test the boundaries. The goal is not to find the perfect app that solves everything forever. The goal is to find a tool that supports your parenting style, fits your budget, and gives you the breathing room to actually connect with your child. You are looking for a partner in your parenting, not a replacement for it. I am really curious to hear how you are handling this in your own home. What is the one screen time rule or digital tool that actually works for your family? Let me know in the comments, because we can all learn from what is actually working in the real world, and your experience might be exactly what another parent needs to read today. At the end of the day, your child will not remember which app you used to block their screen time. They will remember how you made them feel when the screen was turned off. Choose the tool that protects them, but make sure it leaves enough room for you to just be their parent.